You're watching Destination Fabulous. We may be flying into Boston today, but we're not staying in the city. We're going to go to Walden Pond to learn about a literary genius, and we're going to eat some delish seafood. If y'all are into spooky, fun, and interesting travel videos, then do me a favor, like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell for all notifications. So we just made it to Boston. There's a lot of people wearing Crocs here, and that's all I know. The airport kind of looks like Epcot before it was remodeled. Just got a rental car. It's a minivan. You like it? Just kidding. It's a... What is this called? A Toyota Grandma? A Toyota Highlander. But it is cute, right? Do you like it? I kind of like it. Come along. Wait, where am I? Come along with us now to the hotel. I feel like... Do people crash in this tunnel from the lights? Maybe. Makes me want to barf. Thought there's going to be a big reveal. There isn't. Oh, there's the...
Red Sox play. Fenway Park.
Oh yeah, Fenway Park. Don't crash the car, damn it.
Crash the car.
What's going on? It's so bright.
Right. What is there, a 2 a.m. baseball game?
Spicy McNuggets! We're going to be spending the next 3 days in fabulous Waltham, Massachusetts at the Embassy Suites. I don't know if that's how you say the city. Is it Waltham? Waltham. We're in our room. There's prostitutes downstairs screaming. But let's go inside. Let's see. Oh, what is this little suite? I booked one with a living room, so this is my area. Got a little kitchenette. How cute. It's very executive in here. It's like a bank. I've always wanted to stay in a bank. Are there lights? I like an embassy suites, you know? I like little apartments, you know? I do like this. Look, you got a little coffee area. I can watch TV in here. This is my desk where I can work. Yep. Not bad. Should we take a look outside? Let's see. I like it. It's very 80s. Can you hear the screaming outside? What the is going on here? Welcome to Boston. It's just like I remember it. So I've successfully done keto for the past 3 weeks. And the moment I got to Boston and when I started to see all the men wearing clogs, all of them, with socks, I said, you know what? This, I'm not on keto anymore. Lean cuisines known for the carbs and the subtle hint of cheese. I got my subtle hint right here. Doritos. You take a little Doritos, give you a prison crumble. Ooh, this is a delightful gourmet segment. And then I've already eaten my double quarter pounder with cheese, extra large fries. So I still have a few more bites left. And then I got my 10 nuggets, and sometimes I just dip my finger in the sauce. And we finish it all down with the Diet Pepsi. I just woke up and I have a gluten hangover. So much sugar. There's the little view of our 80s contemporary hotel. There's the man that ruined my life and let me get Ben & Jerry's.
I didn't let you get Ben & Jerry's. Nobody can stop you.
What's down there? It's a nice area for a dance.
It's like stepping in front of a freight train when you've got Ben & Jerry's on your side.
Shadows falling, baby, we stand alone.
That's my old house. I sold it during a wait. Smells like the Red Lobster. We must be at the captain's table and takeaway. Sounds like a seafoodie. Let me in. Let me in. I need seafood. Whoops. Very Red Lobster-y in here, but like real. Oh, it smells delicious. Okay, let me look over here. They also have a fresh seafood market right connecting. Look at this. Oh my god, it's like all these little guys, they're gonna be so delicious. Oh my gosh, they got like, look at this. This looks so good. Oh my gosh. It's got everything.
I'm next.
This is amazing. Hi, I'm Adam. I live in Utah and I've never been here before, so I'm just very excited for seafood.
It's like a
Look at
for lobster.
what does he go for on market price?
This is so it should be about $16.
That's it?
Yeah.
Jeez, that costs a lot more where I live for a lobster. That's
We get this from Canada right now.
Oh, from Canada?
It's gonna come down to Maine.
because it's colder. Because it gets colder. Oh wow, that's so cool. And is this place? This place has been here since like the 1800s. This building, like pretty old, right?
I think early 1900s.
Oh, early
The
1900s.
manager's grandfather started them in the 100s.
Oh wow, that's so cool. This place is amazing. Thank you so much. This place is great. You guys have to come check this place out. I loved it. They let me play with lobsters. They gave us a complimentary cornbread when we walked in. Got my diet root beer because I'm trying to keep it light. I'm not even gonna worry about the butter. I'm just gonna stick it in my face. Let's just taste it. It's sweet and delicious. My friends from Texas would be pissed because it's not cornbread, they would say. They would say this is a cake. And that's fine, I love cake, so. The food came. It came in 2 seconds, literally 2 seconds. This is a scallop roll. Let's put a little lemon on it. Do you think? Lemon. And then the tartar sauce.
It's delicious.
Should I try it with the tartar sauce first or without?
It's good either way.
Is it? I do love a tartar. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Ooh, they're buttery, they're sweet, they're delicious, they're moist. Lightly broiled with just a little bit of breadcrumb with the fry. It's heaven. Do you love it?
I love it.
How much?
So much.
I love seafood. We need to move to Massachusetts. This is great. And it comes in this buttery little roll. Oh, it's toasted. Let's taste it. It's like a grilled cheese sandwich of seafood, but there's no cheese and just butter. Oh, it's delicious. I feel like this is better than Red Lobster, Barney. Do you think it's better than Red Lobster? It's almost like it's fresh from the sea. Oh, I love a scallop. I can die happy now. Well, I probably am going to die because I'm going to spend the night at the Conjuring house after this, so stay tuned for that. You guys have to come check this place out. The Captain's Table and Takeaway. So freaking good. Loved it. That's a great way to start off Massachusetts, you know? And look at this beautiful neighborhood. It's a picturesque town that I could never afford to live in. And now in a Paranormal Polynesian First, we're going to have Barney take over the rest of this episode and take us on a literary journey live from Walden Pond. Get your thinking caps on, y'all. He's the smart one. He's got a PhD, so I eat the food. Barney, take it away.
Well, good morning. My name's Barney Nye. I'm a special correspondent for the Paranormal Polynesian, and welcome this morning to a little sojourn on the banks of Walden Pond. Adam and I are here on a trip to Massachusetts, and my big request was to come to Walden Pond to see the site where Henry David Thoreau spent 2 years, 2 months, and 2 days living in a 10 by 15 cabin in the woods, contemplating the meaning of nature and of life and what it means to live in society and what it means to live in outside society. Henry David Thoreau lived here on the banks of Walden Pond from 1845 to 1847. He lived in his little cabin for 2 years, 2 months, and 2 days. While here, he composed what probably became his best known work. While not popular during his lifetime, has become a piece of philosophy many have looked towards in times of change, and to understand individualism, to understand what it means to live in community as a collective, to understand what it means to be self-reliant and independent. Thoreau was escaping some things in society like the Industrial Revolution and looking to question what that meant. He had a deep skepticism of the state and of government and political parties and organized religion. A lot of what he was skeptical of sounds kind of familiar in these days, and I think has maybe come somewhat applicable in this digital revolution we find ourselves in today. And so he spent 2 years and wrote about his experience. He journaled about his experiences and published Walden, I believe, in about 1849. And again, it wasn't a big hot bestseller at the time, but it has gained steam over the years in terms of the notion of transcendental philosophy and seeking to perhaps disrupt the perceived narrative conflict we often find of man versus nature. And maybe it's man in concert with nature, man as one with nature. He talked about an oversoul that kind of covered all of us as humans, but also all of us as creatures of the earth, as creatures of nature too. And he sought to understand what that meant to live in harmony with that, rather than treating it as a commodity, treating it with the respect and the dignity it deserved. And he found some of those answers here on the banks of Walden Pond. It is a beautiful, beautiful place. This morning's breeze there's a light breeze, it's not oppressively hot. It is a beautiful day to be at Walden. I first read Walden as an assignment for admissions to be in honors English my junior year in high school. Karen Brown was the teacher of junior honors English, and I really liked her, and I wanted to be in her class. I thought she was a good teacher, a good heart, both of which are not necessarily superlative enough to explain that she was a master teacher with a broad, big heart. That summer before, in order to join junior honors English, we had to do 3 reading assignments, and we had to read Walden by Henry David Thoreau. Walden was a slog for me. I'm not going to say I was immediately enraptured by it, but it has haunted me ever since reading it. Walden talks about coming to the woods and solitude and somewhat of, the notion of loneliness versus solitude. That's hard for a 16-year-old high school kid to kind of take in when the best of the world is having friends and being popular and being socially accepted, when that is so much of what drives our relationship to others at that time. But Walden haunted me. It's haunted me ever since. There have been pieces of it that I knew because I was immensely frustrated by it, and I, in some ways, immensely disagreed with it as I read it. I see now, with the gift of time, some of what he was talking about in terms of what it meant to be in solitude, what it meant to be solitary, but what it also meant to enjoy the company of others, to be independent and not be reliant upon others, to want to be with others rather than to need others. That's some of what has bounced around in my brain for the last over 30 years since I read the book. So while they build a replica here at the State Park of Walden Pond, they've marked out where the original cabin, where they believe the original cabin that Thoreau lived in was, on the banks of the Walden Pond. I went to the woods because I wished to live deliberately, to front only the essential facts of life and see if I could not learn what it had to teach, and not, when I came to die, discover that I had not lived. Here is the site of where the cabin actually stood. Beneath this stone lies the chimney Foundation, Thoreau's Cabin, 1845 to 1847. Go thou, my incense upward from this hearth. If you look, if that's where the hearth was, this would have been his front door view. Not a bad place to spend a couple of years, in my view. You know, reading Walden taught me something about good literature. As I said, it's haunted me. I found in my life that good literature has often haunted me. I don't forget. The lessons show up in the same way that life's lessons from wise people I've actually known have shown up too. Walden has stuck with me, Thoreau has stuck with me in many ways. And just the act of that summer reading to get into Karen Brown's junior honors English class taught me lessons, practical lessons. Thoreau would appreciate this, practical lessons in what it meant to study independently, to go a little bit above and beyond to get something valuable to one's soul or psyche or mind. Careful reading, careful writing taught me a little bit something about what it meant to go to college, what it meant to get a PhD. That same feeling I had kind of slogging through Walden that summer, I had slogging through more than a few articles and books in my dissertation. But in the end, it has been worth it, because those slogs were all good slogs. I came out better on the other side of them. It's not always meant to be easy. Knowledge isn't meant to be easy. The path isn't meant to be clear. But we do get these signposts from people like Henry David Thoreau that help us question and understand both the natural world and us as the natural world in a way that maybe shapes our consciousness in a positive way, that makes us take stock of what we have and what we genuinely need and what we actually want, and how our wants sometimes are fleeting and sometimes are distractions and sometimes don't land us where we actually need to land. I'm grateful for that summer and those reading assignments, and I'm grateful for that time in Karen Brown's class. And I'm grateful for Thoreau and the opportunity to come here to Walden Pond to see it with my own eyes. 2 years, 2 months, and 2 days in a place like this, understanding the natural world, counting its rhythms, watching its changes day by day. Whilst boring for a 16-year-old to think about, for someone who's 30 years on from being 16, sounds actually quite delightful. And so, from this site of Henry David Thoreau's cabin, this has been a special report from Barney Nye.
Thank you, Correspondent Barney, and thanks to everyone for watching this week. Here is what's coming next time. Welcome to Rhode Island. Okay, I think I'm about to get there. I'm spending the night at the Conjuring House and doing my own paranormal investigation. You do not want to miss this very special episode celebrating my 2-year anniversary here on YouTube. And y'all don't want to be left in the dark, so make sure you like this video, press subscribe, and hit the bell for all notifications so that you know when this episode airs. Until I see y'all next time, remember, keep it paranormal.